Joining us now for reaction is Relatable podcast host, and she is relatable, Ali Stuckey, and a good friend. Thanks, Ali, for joining us. And Fox News contributor,
Yes.
Tammy Bruce.
Hey, you guys.
Tammy, I'll go to you first. Listen, I think in this new Trump era, the level 6 Trump derangement syndrome is off the charts every day. We're used to it. But is this one of those new lows, like the Christmas picture where they're shaking?
Well, it seems that liberals seem to be particularly miserable around Christmas time. Not all miserable, not all liberals, but maybe those in the media. And, of course, they're hoping the Trumps are as miserable as they are. That picture is lovely.
Right.
And they're actually happy. You know, Trump, this is his bailiwick. This is his wheelhouse. He's enjoying himself. And Mrs. Trump is as well. But keep in mind, I think that this is less hate than it is jealousy and envy. The left has turned in effectively into like a medieval religion. And she's a heretic in particular. She is a woman of beauty and of grace. When she was first attacked for the White House decorations, she responded that people have different taste. Right? She was not made upset by it. And I think that upsets people. They're always looking for ways to disrupt and to make people miserable. I think that ultimately what the media wants to do and what those who are angry at the Trumps for is that, especially for Mrs. Trump, she's not reliant on being invited to Vogue's parties. She isn't part of their system. She doesn't need to go to their cocktail parties or to be approved of by them. And so that's what makes her a problem. I think that Americans, and for all of us, we can look to her, obviously, as an example for when you are under pressure of handling it with grace. She still has her opinions, which she makes known to her husband, no doubt. And I think she's a fabulous First Lady doing a great job.
Yeah, well, we agree on that. Ali, you know, this is just a beautiful picture. I mean, it's not a secret. I support the president. I am a conservative. But trying to be as agnostic about this as possible, it's a beautiful picture. I see nothing wrong with it. But do you think this kind of petty nonsense, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you with this petty nonsense by the anti-Trump TDS machine, do you think this makes the liberals look more foolish and the elites than their targets?
Yes, I do. And I think you're absolutely right. This is an objectively beautiful picture. It has nothing to do with politics, but I think it goes to show that the hatred of the Trumps really was never about politics. It's about something that's very personal. That's why the attacks towards Melania Trump really have nothing to do with policy differences, but about who she is as a person. They stoop down to these levels to try to minimize her, to try to belittle her, so they don't have to talk about the fact that she was an immigrant who became a first lady, who is actually someone, like Tammy said, that men and women look up to. They just want to focus on these tiny petty things so that they can continue to demonize her, to patronize her, to belittle her, and to make her seem like someone who is not of significance, who we shouldn't be admiring and we shouldn't really be looking to. And I think it makes them look worse than it makes her look.
Let me just add one thing.
Yeah.
This is, I'm sure it's not her first experience with mean girls. It's the woman or the girl who shows up at a high school who's pretty, who's smart, maybe even a little shy, and then they go on to, with the magic marker at the locker because they're jealous. This is something a woman like that probably has experienced before and rises above it.
Yeah, she speaks 5 languages. Yeah. I have trouble with English sometimes.
Yeah, there you
It's
go.
amazing. 5 languages. Ali, Tammy, thank you both very much. Appreciate it.